Everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SPX, the S&P 500 index. And before I jump into this chart, I do want to state some things. If it's your first time being a viewer here, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys learned something new and find this informative. And to all my subscribers, I highly thank you guys and I appreciate you guys when you guys comment down below and engage in conversation with one another, um, bring me feedback, and hit the like button. Most of all, hitting the like button is so important because that's the best way to let me know you like this video and found it informative and helpful. And that's the best way of giving me feedback. If you don't have time to write a comment, a click of a button away, you tell me that this was great. And that way, YouTube can honestly promote my videos to other viewers and other subscribers on YouTube. And my suggestions will be posting and other people's suggestions and so forth. So I really appreciate you guys putting that input and taking your time to do that. So I just want to say thank you to you all. So let's jump into this. And if you guys find it helpful and informative and you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to, because not only have I done this video, but I will continue to do videos. And I highly encourage you to go into my channel and check out my previous videos so you can see how all of this has linked up to where it's at now and how it will continue. So the first thing I want to say is this has been in an upward trend, and this upward trend will continue as long as the Feds continue to pump the market. And it's so significant how it's been happening and how it will continue to happen. So let's look at the more zoomed in portion of all of this. And I like just focusing on from this point forward, right, to where we're at here. And it's been in an upward trend to where we've reached, because I started doing these videos July 14th, and there was some uncertainty a couple days before that. And I think that's what probably led to this sell-off, either bad earnings, corona cases, fear. It was also the middle of a month that was left kind of with uncertainty. There was no more scheduled dates, and people were building up the anticipation, and I guess they just left. And then they didn't announce the next scheduled dates until post-market. And that right there had a lot of people concerned throughout the day, and I think that had some effect with this too. And the next day, it skyrocketed. Um, Another time that the pump happened was from the 20th to the 21st, and it brought it up. And from the 21st, it leveled out. And then it didn't happen again until the 28th, which it slightly leveled off. And then it continued to rise and fall, and here we are. So there was anticipation being built to lead to this point, but something I find significant, anybody that wants to add on to what I'm about to show, I highly encourage you and I welcome you guys to do so, is how on the 21st, the pump happened, it rose to newer highs, right? And that's what this did. It's raising to newer highs and it's leveling off. Now, if it's going to resemble what happened on the 21st, tomorrow is going to be so important to pay close attention to, and how this ends up closing by Friday. Because if it's going to resemble the same effect, if we look at it, there was a fall. The good news is there's another, you know, pump coming, but let's just say it's hanging out around here, and then all of a sudden, 2 days later, there's a fall in this direction. Now, if that was to happen, um, honestly, like I said, there's hope in the next week. I don't know the exact date, and I will be posting a video later this week once I get that information that there will be a pump, and it's the last one. So, it's not the last one for the year right now, as of right now, because they need to announce if they're going to continue to pump, but it's the last one for this cycle and this period. And it's going to be significant. Now, if this correlation of this leveling off is true, it could tend to happen here as well. And for this market to have gotten to its highest point, I mean, the bulls really need to rally up and bring this one to newer highs. And I'm talking about overall stocks, overall S&P 500. Overall market needs to be just filled with enthusiasm for this this run to continue. It is over the 50-day moving average, which is significant, but just like it was here over the 50-day moving average, it just quickly fell. So I'm seeing a similar pattern here, right? Up, down, leveling off, up a little bit, and then down, and then up. And I could see that here. Up a little bit, down, up, leveling off, down again, and now it's skyrocketed again. Now, what's going to be tomorrow? Will it be this same effect, or will it show us something different? That's what I want you guys to keep a close eye on. Whoever, took advantage of this pump since last week or on Monday morning, good for you guys. These pumps, they don't guarantee you returns. They don't guarantee you that you're going to make money. I'm not here to tell you to buy. I'm not here to tell you to sell. I'm not here to tell you, oh, this pump is coming. Let's make money. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to give you guys some resources to dig in a little deeper, because typically on the days of the pumps and the days before the pump, as we could see, right, this ride, right, and we can also see right here this ride before the pump. Obviously, this sell-off happened right after, which was interesting. It wasn't supposed to actually happen. I guess people felt uncertain, like I said, bad news, earnings, and so forth. If not, this ride would have continued, and it would have leveled off at a higher high. But beyond the point, that saved the market to come back up, that pump. And then this pump, there was anticipation, build up, leveled off, build up, leveled off, right? And the one from the 28th, it leveled off the market and it brought it up and down, and people just playing around with the upcoming week earnings and different stocks and so forth, and the performance of different stocks and XYZ reasons. But what I'm seeing is there's a slight correlation here with the anticipation being built, and from the day it opened, right, to it closed and went up a little bit. Same thing here. It opened up, went up and down, and then it went up to a newer high, and from that moment it dipped. So will it level off a little bit more or go straight up, or is it gonna level off and dip? So we're gonna have to see. Like I'm saying, I'm not quite sure how this one's gonna play out, what's gonna be the true effect. I'm just seeing, based off the charts, a very similar correlation to the way these two are sitting. And I'm not saying that because this one's sitting like this and this one's sitting like this is gonna happen again. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that at the day of the pump and after it, there was a level off. So tomorrow, if this continues its up and down leveling off, then maybe this is bound to come. Now, if tomorrow it uses this to build momentum in an upward direction, then that's a whole different thing. There's nothing that you can really compare here. So tomorrow's going to be the key day to see how this one reacts. How is it going to do, and what effect it's going to have on the market overall? Because very similar situation here. Date before the pump, there was anticipation, leveled off, built a little bit of, momentum, leveled off, and then the next day it was hanging around the same area, and towards the beginning of the 23rd, which was 2 days after the pump, it fell. And here we are, August 4th, date of the pump. It brought it up to newer highs, and this is the highest we've seen it before, and it's likely that people will either sell off or hold stocks and buy into more stocks. So we have to see how enthusiastic the overall market is and how enthusiastic investors are about this, and how they're going to take advantage of it or use it. So I just wanted to do an update on what happened today and how the pump did lead to keeping this S&P 500 in an upward trend, because that's what they're there for. And while the Federal Reserve is trying to do that and keep this going, obviously upwards, as we can see over time, we can also make our gains go upwards throughout these opportunities and these moments. So just do your research, do your due diligence. I'm not here to tell you to buy or sell. Just want to share this information with you guys, enlighten you guys. For those of you that have overlooked it or oversaw it, or those of you that didn't understand it and didn't know about it, here it is. And you guys can start preparing for the next pumps because obviously this has been going on for some time. I'm highly encouraged that even after the next pump, once they announce the next scheduled pumps, there will be pumps. But there's always that room of uncertainty. So there's going to be one more. If this is your first time coming across this channel, I definitely recommend and encourage you to go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified on my weekly videos in regards to this. And I use the S&P 500 because it's based off of the Fortune 500 companies and top American companies, and the ones that are benefiting from these pumps and this upward trend are Fortune 500 companies and American built companies. Now, if you think outside the box and you want to look into other companies outside of the S&P 500, but they're American built foundational companies that you believe in your own research and due diligence are receiving the fruits of these pumps, definitely check that out as well. So I highly encourage you guys to do it all, your research and see it all out. But don't miss out on these opportunities. That's all. That's the only way I could say it, and it's the best way I can phrase it. Um, in regards to you guys not missing out on these opportunities that have been happening with these stocks, because stocks are going up on the dates of pumps, or they start to build a momentum, like you can see here when the S&P was at 3221 and it built this momentum all the way up to 3299. I mean, there's different stocks in the market that have gone up from that jump to here of 100 points. They've gone up like $2, or they've gone up $1, or maybe even 80 cents. But when you buy a certain amount of shares and you add up those 80 cents or $1 or $2, that turns into profit. So definitely check it out. Don't miss out on it. And the Federal Reserve is definitely being very transparent about it, and it makes us have the opportunity to know when are going to be most likely the green days, because that's what these pumps do. They turn the days before it green, or even the date of the pump, they save it to stay green. So, and just because it stays green, I want to really make an emphasis. It doesn't mean you made money. It depends where you came in, but it tends to keep the days going green, which means it allows investors to be attracted to the market and prices. So, hope you guys learned something new. Check out the next video that's about to pop up, and hit the like button and let me know you watch this video. And thank you for